Life moves fast, like really fast. In our modern world, it feels like we're always racing against the clock, trying to squeeze every second out of our day. It's a blur of deadlines, errands, and that never-ending to-do list. We find ourselves constantly multitasking, trying to keep up with the demands of work, family, and personal commitments. Our minds are constantly buzzing, rarely getting a moment to just be. The stress and pressure can be overwhelming, leaving us feeling drained and exhausted. In the midst of this chaos, the ancient practice of the Sabbath offers a radical proposition: a full 24 hours of rest. Imagine a day where you can completely disconnect from the hustle and bustle. Not just a nap, not just a few hours of Netflix, but a complete unplugging from the daily grind. It's about creating a sanctuary of time where you can recharge and rejuvenate. This isn't about legalism or checking boxes. It's about embracing a rhythm of rest that allows you to step back and breathe. It's about giving your soul, and your poor overworked brain, a break, a chance to find peace and clarity amidst the noise. The Sabbath, observed from sundown Friday to sundown Saturday, is a gift. It's a sacred time set apart for rest, reflection, and connection. It's a time to intentionally step away from the pressures of work, chores, and even social media, to focus on what truly matters. It's a chance to reconnect with yourself, your loved ones, and your creator, to engage in activities that nourish your spirit and bring joy. And guess what? It's good for you. Studies have shown that taking regular breaks can significantly improve your mental and physical health. Like, really good for you. We're talking about reduced stress levels, better focus, and an overall boost in well-being. By embracing the Sabbath, you give yourself the gift of rest and renewal. It's a practice that can transform your life, helping you to feel more balanced, centered, and alive. You don't need a scientist to tell you that rest is important. We all know the feeling of being worn out after a long day or week. Our bodies and minds crave downtime to recover and rejuvenate. But hey, sometimes it helps to have a little data to back up what your gut already knows. Scientific research has delved deep into the benefits of rest, providing concrete evidence that taking breaks is not just a luxury, but a necessity. Study after study shows that chronic stress is a recipe for disaster, contributing to everything from heart disease to anxiety to, you guessed it, burnout. The constant pressure to perform and meet deadlines can take a serious toll on our health. In fact, research suggests that nearly 40% of working adults are grappling with burnout. This means that almost half of the workforce is struggling to keep up with the demands of their jobs, leading to decreased productivity and overall well-being. That's a lot of frazzled nerves. The impact of stress is not just limited to the workplace, it spills over into our personal lives, affecting our relationships and overall happiness. The good news? Taking regular breaks, especially a full day of rest like the Sabbath, can be a game changer. It allows us to disconnect from our daily grind and reconnect with ourselves and our loved ones. One study found that participants who took a weekly day of rest reported feeling 63% more relaxed. Imagine the difference that could make in your life, feeling more at ease and less burdened by stress. Think about that for a second. 63% more relaxed. That's a significant improvement in mental and emotional well-being. That's not just a little less stressed. That's a whole new level of chill. Incorporating regular rest into your routine can transform your outlook on life and enhance your overall quality of living. And it's not just about feeling good. The benefits of rest extend to our productivity and efficiency. When we take the time to rest, we return to our tasks with renewed energy and focus. Taking breaks can actually make you more productive. It might seem counterintuitive, but stepping away from work can lead to better performance and creativity. When you give your mind a chance to recharge, you come back to your work refreshed and refocused. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, remember that science backs up the importance of rest. Take that break, you deserve it. Now here's where the Sabbath gets really interesting. It's not just about you and your bubble bath, though, let's be honest, those are pretty great. The Sabbath is also about connecting with others. It's about putting down your phone, turning off the TV, and actually engaging with the people you love. Share a meal, play a game, go for a walk, or just sit around and talk. Remember talking? When you intentionally carve out time for connection, something beautiful happens. Relationships deepen, communities strengthen, and you realize that life is better together. This sense of belonging is crucial for mental well-being. It combats loneliness, reduces stress, and reminds us that we're not alone in this crazy journey. Our modern world is loud, like really loud. Our phones are constantly buzzing with notifications, our inboxes are overflowing, and our minds are racing with a million thoughts a minute. It's no wonder so many of us feel frazzled and overwhelmed. The Sabbath offers a much-needed antidote to this sensory overload. It's a chance to unplug, disconnect, and simply be present in the moment. Think of it like hitting the pause button on life's chaos. Instead of constantly scrolling through social media or worrying about tomorrow's to-do list, you can focus on the here and now. Section 5, Beyond the To-Do List, the Spiritual Recharge. For many, the Sabbath is more than just a day off. It's a day set aside for something sacred. It's a time to connect with the divine, however you understand that to be. Whether it's attending religious services, spending time in nature, meditating, or simply reflecting on your life, the Sabbath offers a space for spiritual renewal. In a world that often feels materialistic and driven by achievement, the Sabbath reminds us that there's more to life than what we do. It's a chance to cultivate gratitude, find peace, and reconnect with the deeper meaning and purpose in our lives. Section 6. Living Proof, Stories from the Sabbath Side. Don't just take our word for it. People from all walks of life are discovering the transformative power of the Sabbath. A busy entrepreneur might tell you how a weekly day of rest has done wonders for her creativity and productivity. A stressed-out college student might share how observing the Sabbath has helped him manage his anxiety and find a sense of peace amidst the chaos. A family might describe how their weekly Sabbath dinner has become a cherished tradition, strengthening their bonds and creating lasting memories. The stories are endless, and they all point to the same truth. The Sabbath is a gift that keeps on giving. Section 7. A Countercultural Revolution, Choosing Rest in a Busy World. Let's be real, taking a full day off each week can feel almost impossible in our always-on, hustle-hard culture. We're conditioned to believe that our worth is tied to our productivity, that busyness equals importance, and that rest is for the weak. But what if we've got it all wrong? Choosing to observe the Sabbath is a radical act of rebellion against the tyranny of the urgent. It's a declaration that you are not a machine, that your worth is not defined by your output, and that you are deserving of rest. It takes courage to resist the pressure to be constantly on, but the rewards are immeasurable. Section 8. 7 days can change your life, practical tips for Sabbath living. Okay, so you're ready to give this whole Sabbath thing a try. It's a wonderful decision that can bring a lot of peace and balance into your life. But you might be wondering, where do I start? How do you actually do it? The idea of setting aside a whole day might seem daunting at first, but don't worry, it's all about taking small, manageable steps. Here are a few practical tips to get you started. Asterisk, start small. You don't have to go from 0 to 60 in 1 week. Begin by setting aside a few hours on your chosen day of rest, and gradually increase the time as you get comfortable. This way, you can ease into the practice without feeling overwhelmed. Plan ahead. Just like you schedule important meetings and appointments, schedule your Sabbath time. Planning ahead ensures that you have dedicated time for rest and reflection. Block it off in your calendar and treat it as non-negotiable. This is your time to recharge, so make it a priority. Unplug and disconnect. This means putting away your phone, turning off the TV, and logging out of social media. In today's digital age, it's easy to get caught up in the constant stream of information and notifications. By disconnecting, you allow yourself to be fully present in the moment and truly rest. It might feel strange at first, but trust us, your mind and soul will thank you. You'll find that without the constant distractions, you can focus on what truly matters. Find your rhythm. The Sabbath is a personal practice. Experiment with different activities and find what brings you joy, peace, and connection. Maybe it's spending time in nature, reading a good book, or practicing a hobby you love. The key is to find what works for you and makes you feel rejuvenated. Remember, the goal of the Sabbath is to rest and recharge. It's not about following a strict set of rules, but about finding a rhythm that allows you to step back from the busyness of life and reconnect with yourself and your loved ones. So take it one step at a time, be patient with yourself, and enjoy the journey. Your mind, body, and soul will thank you for it. Section 9. The Gift That Keeps on Giving, a Legacy of Rest and Renewal. The Sabbath is more than just a day off, it's a way of life. It's a rhythm of rest and renewal that can transform your life from the inside out. When you prioritize rest, you're not just taking care of yourself, You're setting a powerful example for your family, your community, and the world. You're saying that a different way of living is possible, a way that values well-being over busyness, connection over consumption, and peace over pressure. So go ahead, give yourself the gift of the Sabbath. Your mind, body, and soul will thank you.